Coach, I mean, Game 7 in the books. Just how are you feeling?
Relieved, I'm sure. I think I speak for a lot of people with that. I was really looking forward to the game coming into it. It was nice to have those nerves again. But yeah, it's a nice relief. I think the boys deserve that win. They deserve this series. But I think it's fair that it went to 7.
Tyler Bolin, 2 goals, now 8 in the series to help close it out. I mean, what are we feeding him?
I don't know. He's from here. He's drinking the water here. He's been playing fantastic. He's really stepped up his game. When we got him after his season ended at UNB, and he had his first 3 games here, we're like, oh, this guy's pretty good. He can work pretty hard. And as the season went on, which wasn't a lot of games left at that point, he's really stepped it up. And then you've seen what he's doing in the playoffs. Clutch performer. He's got a lot of potential to make a lot of money in this game.
And we talked before the game, the best players had to be the best players. That top line with Bolin, O'Brien, even Isaac Johnson. What do you make of the elevation of that game tonight?
Yeah, big time. Boys did fantastic. I mean, you're right. We mentioned that prior to the game. The best players have to be your best players, and we got that out of our best players. And I think, not just those guys on our defense. I thought the whole D-corps did fantastic. And then, of course, the biggest backbone, our goalie. He was fantastic. He stepped up his game, gave us a chance, and he made some big saves at key moments where, the game could have changed. And we might not be sitting here talking that the series is one in our favor.
And, so much emotion in this series. What did you think of the opponents here, taking us to 7 games, the Lions? In their first season to take, a team that's had the bar as high as the Growlers have had in this league for as long as they have. They're a formidable opponent in the first round.
Definitely. We're really happy that we got to play them. Obviously it would have been disappointing if we didn't move on from this round. But, at the beginning of the year, the coaching staff, we said that we're probably going to see these guys in the playoffs, and they're probably going to be one of the hardest teams that we play against. And we get them in the first round, which is, for our standpoint, we have a lot of young guys that haven't been through this before. So there are a lot of emotions, and it's hard to control those. But as it went on, the boys did fantastic. I thought Trois-Rivières was so good. They kept changing their tactics too. They were very, very well coached in that aspect. And it really challenged us. And it's good that we got those challenges because we were able to rise to the occasion. And I think the series was a very, very fair series. I think it's going to 7, and it was a 3-2 game for a long time too before we were able to create some gap. Great series for the boys to go through.
What do you make of the special teams back and forth in this game tonight? A couple of lengthy 5-on-3s is maybe something you don't expect to see in a Game 7. What did you make of the special teams tonight?
The kill was fantastic. I know we let one in, but it was kind of a squeaky goal. KP had it too, and we knew that the shot was going to come from there. It just kind of squeaked through. But all in all, the kill did fantastic. As far as the power play, we would have liked to obviously score, especially on the 5-on-3s, but we hit some posts, we had some backdoor looks. It just didn't seem to go in, and it seemed like this series, they, whether they changed up their kill a little bit, which they did, of course, and keyed in on some guys, we weren't able to have as much success as we've had in the regular season. But that's to be expected. I have no worries with our power play. It's the best in the league, and I think it's only going to get better.
I feel like we could pull out any individual and highlight a certain part of their performance, but I want you to talk about Orenson Tazo, obviously coming back off of an injury, maybe still not even 100%, and for he to be the guy to put the final nail in the coffin with the empty netter is kind of a cool moment.
Fitting, very fitting. He's not 100%. You never are when the playoffs start, though. Like, that's one thing that I think you learn if you've ever gone far in any league. But no, it was really fitting. He's worked so hard. He's been such a catalyst for our team and such a somebody that we lean on for such a young guy, and he's played such a pivotal role to get us to this point. It's amazing that he was able to play, and not only do that, he was able to score the goal. It was yeah, good for him.
What was your reaction personally on the bench and when the final seconds ticked off and to put an end to this series? I mean, what was your own reaction?
Glad to get him out of there, to be honest, because they seemed like all series long and every game they were always hanging around and then scoring a goal late in the third potentially to win that game. And that happened a couple times, and just a relief to get him out of here, because they were such a good team and they put up such a good fight. And I think if you play another series best of 7, I'm sure it would go 7 again, and who knows, maybe we're not the team that goes up and top.
The Reading Royals await. Is that a matchup you've been looking forward to?
Can't say I've thought about it yet, to be honest. I think if you were to make a prediction prior to the playoffs that this would probably happen. Nothing against Trois-Rivières and nothing against Maine. Both teams put up huge fights in the first round. It's going to be a good matchup. They're a very, very good team. We've had really close games against them all year as well. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. That's why if you're fortunate enough to win, not only the next round but the Kelly Cup, it's worth the grind that you're going to have to go through.